Hello traders. What you see here is the chart of Pfizer, and what's marked up here is the Wyckoff accumulation model. So basically what this model is a way of recognizing when smart money, or the big money, I would say, is taking their time to accumulate stock before a markup phase. So very simply, um, this is just, you can see that there's a markdown phase, there's accumulation, and then there's a markup phase. You can just Google this. This will probably be the first hit. So that's what I've marked up here. Now there was a big markdown phase. The stock had halved from the top, and it kept falling for more than a year, and it was down more than 50-55% from the top. Then what we get at the bottom here is selling climax, where the price starts to drop, it accelerates. And after that, you get an automatic reaction. So that's a snappy reversal because all the sellers are exhausted. So you get a snappy buying. Now, what that does is it sets an upper bound for the entire accumulation phase. And that's what this resistance line is, roughly 30. And then after that, and that's very similar to this over here, you can pause the video and just see them. So you see the selling climax, you see the automatic rally, right? That's what these letters mean. Then you get a secondary test in phase B. That's that over here. That's the secondary test. And that sets, now you can have a range that's set up over here. You see that low point there, another low point here. So now you have a range. That's followed by a liquidity sweep. So what that means is you break these two lows. That generates a lot of liquidity because that creates a lot of selling pressure as people panic that now we're hitting new lows. So the stock is going to head lower. So let's sell. That generates a lot of liquidity, and that's where the big money is buying. That's in spring. You can see that here, right? When it breaks these two support lines, heads lower, that's in phase C. Then what you get is phase D. LPS is last point of support, right? And you can just see what the definition is for each of these. But just if you quickly take a look, this image and this image are almost identical, right? You never get a perfect textbook replica, but it's very similar. Now that is the last point of support. And then when you see a breakout of this range of these resistance lines, that is called show of strength. You can see that there. When you get a breakout of resistance, that is show of strength, SOS, sign of strength. And then after that, you can get a pullback. So that's what the Bayou is, a backup or just some consolidation or pullback. And then it takes off in phase E. That's the markup phase. So now you can see we've got a breakout. That's phase D, right? And now what we're getting is a little bit of a pullback. That's the BU, that's the backup. That's what this little line is here. And this area is actually a demand zone, so I don't think this would break. And now what we would get from here is the markup. So that's what I'm trying to show here. I'm long Pfizer. I've bought Pfizer stock. I've bought vaccine stocks. I'm bullish the entire sector. And it's nice to know that I'm getting confirmation that this setup means that for the last few months, the big money was buying because they can't just buy all at once. They need to buy in small amounts without letting the price get too high. And now all the aspects of the Wyckoff accumulation are being checked off, and we've got that sign of strength. So I think it's just a matter of time that we get a catalyst. And as always, I say charts predict the news. We should get a catalyst, which should cause the markup, and this should rally, the sector should rally. And typically, when this sector rallies, that's not a good thing for the market. Also, um, if you just look at this, now this is the chart. You can see it was in a bear market, it was just heading lower, right? And now we have a point of convergence. We have a point of breakout of these two trend lines. So we're very close. Either a breakout is coming or a breakdown is coming. And I mean, obviously, my bias is bullish. You can see it's just a matter of time that we get a um, breakout, because we've seen the downtrend, then we see the sideways. Now the trend is turning up. You can see that in the 50 SMA in blue, right? You can see how it was going down, then sideways. Now it's being retested again. So I think it just goes up from here, and we should see a catalyst very soon. Thank you, and I hope this helps.